Hello, America. Hello, world. Cadillac Joe D here, broadcasting live. Today is January 11th, Saturday. We're at Z Sports in beautiful downtown Greenwood, Missouri. Yeah, it's a real metropolis here. Anyway, here for the girls' game today, and so we're on location, and we're going to do our gimmick here. So, just wanted to give you a little something to think about here for a minute while we do a few other things. The media is going wild, covering the shutdown of 3 traffic lanes on the GW Bridge, that's George Washington Bridge, trying to bring attention and, throw Governor Chris Christie under the bus. Now, I'm not a huge fan of his. I don't dislike him. I like the idea that he's conservative, but I don't know that the guy is, he just did this thing for illegal aliens. I mean, I don't agree with a lot of his stuff, so, either way. But I certainly don't agree with throwing the guy under the bus and really torturing him and giving 17 times more coverage, 17 times more coverage to that than the Obama IRS scandal. Think about that. I mean, is the media rigged? No. Oh, my liberal friends, they say no. Give me a break. It's ridiculous. Where's the outrage over, all the big coverage when Obama shut down the government? Okay? So we shut down 3 lanes, okay, for a few minutes, or you shut down every park, monument, road. I mean, it's just insane. So that was continuous coverage for 2 weeks. Should have been continuous coverage for 2 weeks. There was very little coverage, except on Fox. So, and if you'll recall, remember the National Park Service ranger? And I got a quote right here. We were told to make life as difficult for people as possible. You know what? Well, I don't even want to say it. I know I got the guts to say what most people are just thinking, but want to keep it clean. So anyway, just think about that, though. It's a joke. Today in history. Well, let me go back to this for a minute. Beautiful sunny day. We got indoor soccer going on. Cruz and Christy D. Gracie the Great DeStefano. Going to be taking the field here soon. They'll be fiddling and diddling, moving and grooving, slipping and sliding, styling and profiling. The 2 of the great soccer stars in the Lee Summit Soccer Association, and we'll do a little interview with them later on after the game, probably outside from home, whatever, but we'll get them on there at some point and talk about some soccer. If not today, some other time, but soon, okay? A little shy with that, but don't worry. You plant corn, you get corn. They're my kids, so they'll be able to handle this stuff. Now, today in history, 1942, Japan declares war on the Netherlands. On the Netherlands. And then they invaded the Dutch East Indies. So that was that. 1958, Sea Hunt. Remember Lloyd Bridges? And probably the last time you ever saw Lloyd Bridges, if you watched Seinfeld, I think around probably the mid-90s, he played Mr. Mendelbaum. Mendelbaum. He had passed away, I think, probably, who knows, 15 years ago. But he was a great star, great guy. And, of course, Jeff Bridges, his son, and so forth. That was 1958, Sea Hunt. I still remember that show. In reruns back in the 60s. 1964, Surgeon General reports that smoking is bad for your health. After so many people have already dropped, they actually confirm, smoking is not good for you. But, if quitting gives you a nervous condition and you die from a heart attack and the stress, I say, hey, have a smoke, if you can handle it. 1973, the American League baseball owners got together, and that's when they started they decided we're going to do the designated hitter rule. And that was voted on today to be done on a trial basis. I wonder if they're going to actually make it a rule. So, who knows? We'll find out. The year 2000, Postal Service. Oh, let me back up a minute. 1988, this is interesting. George Bush Sr., he was vice president at the time, with his representative, independent counsel Larry Walsh, has to answer questions about Iran-Contra. Ollie North and all that, so everybody's got their dirty laundry, Republicans, Democrats, all of them. So, I don't like Obama, but don't let anybody fool you. They're all a bunch of crooks. The year 2000, Postal Service does an unveiling of a second Vietnam vet memorial commemorative stamp. Hey, that's all nice, okay? Let's take care of some homeless veterans. Let's take care of our own. Let's get rid of these illegals. A stamp, yeah, okay, that's cool. Big deal. All right, let's do something that actually means something. Stamp, that's bullshit. It's nice, but let's take all the money that was probably spent to develop that stamp and put some groceries on the table. We'll put a table for these guys to have some groceries. Ooh, the action's coming right up on me over here. All right, so that's that. Music today. The Whiskey A Go-Go nightclub opens in Los Angeles. That was a very famous place. It's recognized as the country's first disco. 1964, Ring of Fire. Johnny Cash becomes first country album to top the U.S. pop chart. So, Johnny Cash, boy, I love that guy. In fact, I got on my Johnny Cash uniform here today. Looking pretty slick, huh? Let's see, 1965, Beach Boys record Do You Want to Dance? 67, Jimi Hendrix records Purple Haze. Purple Haze in my mind. I love it. 69, The Was released by Jethro Tull. 77, Rolling Stones' Keith Richards was tried in London for possession of coke. Geez, didn't we hear something about Mick Jagger yesterday? I think those guys were partying a little bit back then. But hey, you know what? They're still around. So say what you will. How many others have dropped? Okay, and some that led a clean life. So maybe you pickle yourself a little bit ain't too bad as long as you don't overdo it. Who knows? I don't profess to have any children do it, or my kids do it. I kill them. Birthdays. Carroll Shelby from Hot Rod fame. He was born in 1923. From wrestling fame, Abdullah the Butcher. The guy was nuts. His name's Larry Steves or something like that. He actually has a restaurant, Abdullah the Butcher's barbecue and Chinese restaurant down in the Atlanta area. So check it out. He's got all kinds of wrestling memorabilia and so forth. Next time I go through Atlanta, I'll go there, see if I can pin Abby down for an interview. It'd be pretty cool. But even just checking out the walls would be cool. He's the vicious. I mean, he never had a match that everybody wasn't bleeding like a pig. Actually, not for the weak of heart to watch one of his wrestling matches. Clarence Clemens from the East Street Band, the big man. 1942 he was born. He was the band, as far as I'm concerned. Naomi Judd, she's an old timer now. And the Judd's born in 1946. And that's it on the birthdays. Now, we got a little something here. Go ahead, go do what you got to do. Got all the players coming over here. And anyway, now we got a little shout out to an old pal of ours, a fellow that George Cronin and I used to work with at Mike's Franklin Mobile back in the 70s when we were kids. A fellow's name is Jimmy O'Brien. Just finished up with his second lung cancer surgery. So Jimmy, as the doctor told you, that is not a sustainable method to get around this. You can't keep cutting it out. So let's pray to God that this does the trick. This kid went into the Marines, well decorated, jarhead, and here we go. Hey, right here, Gracie the Great, right there. We're gonna have a tough match tonight, right? Come on, gonna have a tough match today.
Yes.
Okay, you gonna be moving and grooving?
Sure.
You're going to be slipping and sliding?
Yeah.
Do we anticipate victory?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now get out of here.
Bye.
Okay, that's the show for today, guys. Well, they got a little distraction here. That's the show for today. Live from Z Sports, Greenwood, Missouri. This is your old pal Cadillac Joe D. Don't forget, spay and neuter the pets and the neighbors when they give you a hard time. Great seeing you. Thanks for tuning in. Be back at you again tomorrow with some more cool stuff. Joe D signing out. Have a great day.